All right, on this episode, we're gonna be smoking a prime rib roast on the pit barrel cooker. All right, so here I have a choice grade Black Angus boneless rib roast. It's 4 1/4 pounds. I can see the marbling is pretty good on this thing. I usually go with a bone-in rib roast. That's my preferred method, but I saw this online and I couldn't pass it up. Now we're gonna be smoking this on the pit barrel cooker today, which is probably your best option for cooking a rib roast, in my opinion. When you smoke a rib roast on a traditional offset smoker, you don't really get a nice crust on it because you got those low temperatures. So what a lot of people will do, they'll take this rib roast, sear it off, then put it on their smoker to finish it off, or put it on their smoker till it gets to a almost finished temperature, pull it off and finish it off by searing it so they get that nice crust on there. Now with the pit barrel cooker, you don't need to do that. How it's designed allows this to build up a beautiful crust. No need to sear, so that's why it's one of my favorite ways to do a prime rib roast. Let's get this opened up and seasoned so we can get it on the pit barrel. All right, let's get this opened. Look at this. Now that's a nice looking roast. We got some decent marbling in here. Black Angus, so it's gonna have a great beef flavor to it. Now I'm just gonna look it over, see this piece kind of just hanging off here. Might as well get rid of that. So there's not much to trim on this ribeye. You got a big piece of fat kind of right here. You can feel it's a little hard. So I like to go and just kind of trim that off a little bit. Something like that. All right, we got a little flap here. Comes all the way over. Just gonna go ahead and trim that off. All right, this looks pretty good. What I like to do is just score this fat. This is going to help the fat render. It's also going to help some of the seasoning get in there. Now when you get to the top, be careful, there's not too much fat, so you don't want to go too deep. All right, that should be good just like that. All right, looks pretty good. Let's get this seasoned. All right, since we got a nice piece of beef, we're gonna go pretty simple. So here I have some nice flaky salt. I believe this is Malden's. Now it's a big piece of beef, so you're gonna need to season this well. But I don't wanna go too heavy on the salt because I'm gonna be using another rub later that has salt in it. I find this flaky salt isn't as salty as your regular kosher salt. All right, now some black pepper. This is butcher style black pepper. It's super coarse. I really like this on meat when I'm smoking because with regular pepper, throughout the smoking process, you sometimes lose that pepper taste. With this coarser pepper, you don't really lose that much. It does change in flavor, so it's not as pungent. It's also nice and crispy. Get a nice crust with this. Now, when I get a good steak, I really like to keep it simple. I usually just do salt, pepper, garlic powder. It's a perfect combination. You'll get great beef every time. But I recently tried this on a brisket, some Lowry seasoned salt, and I really enjoyed the flavor of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here instead of using garlic powder. Now this has salt in it, so that's why I didn't want to put too much salt before. All right, now just get all those seasonings off the board. So I will be hanging this in the pit barrel, so we got to get our hooks in. All right, so I know that rib cap has a tendency to pull off, so I want to make sure I get this through the eye. I'll probably go right through here, something like that. And there we go, ready to hang this beauty of a rib roast on our pit barrel cooker. We got the pit barrel lit up. I'm using some hickory wood. Let's go ahead and get this hung. All right, let's get this rib roast on. So we got this prime rib roast on the pit barrel cooker. This is a pretty straightforward cook. I'm thinking it's gonna take about 2 hours. Just bring it up to the temperature of your preferred doneness. For me, I kind of like the medium rare, so I'm thinking 130 to 135 degrees. Now you're probably gonna wanna pull it off a little earlier in your temperature range. It's gonna have a lot of carryover cooking, so that's why you might wanna pull it off a little early. So for medium rare, I'm thinking of 135. That's why I'm probably gonna end up pulling this at 130 maybe. Somewhere between 130 and 135, I will be pulling this rib roast. All right, so once that roast reaches that temperature, I'm gonna pull it off and let it rest, and then I'll see you then. Here's our prime rib roast. All right, so we got an internal temperature of 135 degrees on this prime rib roast. Pulled it off, let it rest for about 20 minutes. This thing looks fantastic. Let's slice into it and give it a try. It's smelling good. I can't wait to give it a try. First thing I'm gonna do is slice my slice. And there we go. That's my slice, because I love this beautiful crust. This is gonna be delicious. So good. Look at the color we got on this prime rib roast. So good. Just one more slice. Oh my, holy moly. Look at that. So good. So good. We gotta give this a try, guys. Let's do this. All right, before I give this a try, I'd like to say, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video. You can follow me on Instagram at SmokestackJoes. I really appreciate all you guys who watch the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, the most important thing, let's give this a try. All right, so like I said before, I'm a huge fan of this end piece. It's got all the seasoning, all the crust. Let's give this a try. All right, so obviously I got a little bit of that rib cap here because that's the best part of this rib eye. My mouth is watering. I gotta give this a try, guys. Wow, wow, oh my wow. That is so good. Oh my God. Guys, hold on. Yeah, that's good. That's good steak. You serve this up at Christmas, that's all you gotta bring for a present. You don't gotta give them any other gifts. People will not be disappointed. Wow. That pit barrel cooker is a prime rib roast cooking machine. The only way I've ever cooked a prime rib roast is on the pit barrel cooker. I have not cooked it in the oven. I've not cooked it on any other smoker. The only way I've ever done it is on the pit barrel cooker, and they've all come out hands down the best. But this is so fantastic, guys. Try that Lowry seasoned salt. It is so good. But you get this nice crust from the pit barrel cooker. I highly suggest it. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Get out there and cook something good.